up, and there it is. Good morning, Bitcoin True Seekers. It is Tuesday, December 7th, 2020. It's 7:35 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. Well, today starts off with a big wow. Real volume over here at Masari.io, which is definitely harsh but fair. It does not oftentimes give the numbers that other sites do on volume and market cap, etc. These guys, I think, are really trying to be accurate, and this is the real volume over the top 10 exchanges for the last 24 hours, and we are seeing 1,080,000. So that is remarkable. Now, usually we need at least 300 million to see a good day where something's happening in Bitcoin, and today we are well over, well, not well over, but we are a bit over a billion. That's extraordinary. So something is going on. So we'll start there. Let's go over here. Bitcoin up 4.36% recently. We're at 7,893. Well, boom, that's wonderful. We're seeing a mix of green and red in the market. In general, a lot of the alts do seem to be following it. Lockheed Martin is on the daily is starting to trend down, which means I think we're going to see more global stability. I think the global instability is what caused this pump, and of course now I think as it starts to fade, hey, I think that's a good thing. Some do call this the war indicator. So anyhow, it looks like we're losing that pump. So maybe the world will settle down. Dow Jones Industrial Average just opened. Of course, we've been on an uptrend for quite a while. We're above 28,000 still, but the MACD is starting to close. All right, MACD is very, very narrow there. It is negative. Let's see which way it goes here for the S&P 500. We're a little bit sideways, but of course, overall, the market has been going up and up for a long time. Russell 2000 Index, the little guys, well, took a slight dip, but we're fighting with some green candles to come back on the daily, although the MACD is negative. All right. Tether in the Bitcoin, 2 billion plus. 2 billion, that's amazing. Good numbers. Tether into Ethereum, 843 million. I would expect with all the Bitcoin pump as far as volume to see more Tether into Ethereum, but, well, still, 843 is not bad. Anytime we're above around 500 million, something's going on with Ethereum, so good to see. Once again, we've got the real volume last 24 hours is over a billion. Well, 1,800,000. A billion and 80,000. Boom, wow. Market cap starting to finally look a little bit more happy at 143 billion. All right, Blockchain Whispers, what's the sentiment? Positive. Summarizing, or I should say totaling, longs versus shorts over Bitfinex, BitMEX, and Binance, we've got 69% longs and 30% shorts. More longs on Bitfinex and BitMEX and Binance, which I don't know what is up with that exchange. These guys are never happy. Of course, we still have more shorts than longs, but they might be closer to reality than Bitfinex and BitMEX, and we'll see why. All right, this is the weekly chart, and as you can see, we've been on a downtrend for a good number of weeks. But do note that the MACD here on the weekly is definitely going towards the positive rather than blood red heartbreak. We have eggshell, or rather than blood red, heartbreak. We have hopeful pink, basically. Histogram. And so we are definitely trending towards the positive. The MACD is moving towards the signal, closing that gap, and that's a good thing. I have found over time that the weekly MACD really has a lot of sway over Bitcoin. I mean, when it's positive, Bitcoin tends to do better. When it's negative, Bitcoin tends not to. So this is a slow indicator. It's an old indicator, but still, when it's moving positive, it's a good thing for Bitcoin, and we're definitely seeing a nice, beautiful, long, positive trend here as we go towards a positive cross for Bitcoin. Also, if we look here, this is the pink line here, is the 21 weekly EMA. Many do believe that denotes a bull or bear market for Bitcoin. And as you can see, when we're above it, we're moving up quite well. When we're below it, things aren't so great. Well, look at this. With the recent pump that we've been having, we're getting close to that cross. If we can get over that 21 weekly EMA, then I think we're going to see some upward movement and finally get out of this downwards channel. This is a Fibonacci that I drew basically going back to December of 2018, and you can look and see it does appear we are hanging out around the 618. I mean, a lot of people draw the Fibonacci a lot of different ways, but from what I have seen, it does seem like there's kind of an agreement amongst a good deal of traders that I've looked at who are good with TA, and I'm on the low end, but some people think that the 618 is more around like 7,600. But anyway, one way or the other, between 72 and 7,600, we're looking at that 618 fib, and we are making a move above that. And here in the daily chart, I do draw that where it's this green box where it starts around 7,200 and goes up to like 7,600. And as you can see, we have been hanging out there, wicking above and wicking below it. And we are definitely now above it. So wherever you might think that fib is, we are definitely above it. And we have been in this downwards channel, of course, represented here on the daily, but it looks like, hey, we're moving towards the upside of that. And what's right there at the very top, the 200 moving average at 9,200 or so? Well, hey, that's possible. Are we going to break out of this downwards channel? We shall see. On a very, very good note, this trend line here, this moving average, I should say, this is the just 50 moving average. And of course, that is a positive sign for Bitcoin. When we are above it, we are good. When we are below, we usually are not good. We've definitely gotten above that 50 moving average. And even though the fib lines are oftentimes a matter of opinion, depending on who draws them, this 618, most people I have found think it's somewhere between 62 and 60. I'm sorry, yeah, between 72 and 7,600. So wherever you might fall on that, depending on how you draw it, well, we're above the 618. Good. Now we're going to rock up towards the 0.5, hopefully. And if we look at the 0.5, well, 0.5 is coming in at around 8,400, give or take a few hundred. Anyway, it's above where we are now. So, hey, also the MACD is very, very positive on the daily. That's good for Bitcoin. As you can see, that histogram is opening gracefully, widening, and this is a good thing. I like to see that. This is a 4-hour chart, and this is where I think that the traders on the shorters on Binance may be more tied to reality than the ones on BitMEX and Bitfinex because of this. So we have this upwards channel forming, which you can see on the 4-hour chart here. And I was really wondering if we were going to hit that and bounce, and we did. So we're bouncing off the top of a channel. So it appears that there's a channel created here. And the MACD is very positive, but as you can see, it's just started to move negative. It's just starting to flip the histogram to close a bit towards the negative. And that's fine, because we've had a massive pump here. That's a lot of percent. So we've gotten above the 200 moving average in the 4-hour chart. 200 moving average is the moving average right here. So we are above that. Boom. Very, very good. Seem to have an upwards channel rocking. We're bouncing off the top of it. And that I'm really happy to see that because I think now we will, as the MACD reflects, maybe we'll trend down a bit and then keep on our way up. I actually would like to see that because to me it would show a more organic and natural uptrend than if we just keep pumping like we have been. So with that said, I'm going to watch this and see if we come down. I mean, my expectation for a beautiful, healthy Bitcoin right now would be something like this, and keep going up and following this channel. Definitely at the bottom of this, when we get a turnaround, when we see indicators showing that we're going to move back up, I'll be hopping in a little position also. And with that said, obstacles can't stop you. Weather can't stop you. Heartbreak can't stop you. Failure can't stop you. Only you can stop you. Keep hammering. Hey, 2020 is starting off great. Bitcoin is doing amazing. And, well, the war indicator, Lockheed Martin, shows that we had a brief, pump into world disaster, and now we're going back into world harmony. So, with that said, Take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow.